Hey there, this is ML Overdrive. I guess I can use my real name as well. It's kind of around and it's pretty innocuous. We'll just stick with Overdrive for now. If you want to know my real name, it's certainly not difficult to find out. Anyways, this is just a bit of a trip back memory lane. I'd taken some time to put together the most valuable cards in both my Magic and my Legend of the Five Rings collections into a couple of binders just so I could, I just kind of wanted to look at them. It's just really nice as a collector, especially when all the cards were normally in decks, to see them laid out like the cream of the crop of your collection that you've spent all this money on, laid out in binders. It's fun to do. Also, I want a more practical purpose. I was taking photos. I wanted to get the most valuable cards in each collection isolated and take photos of them because their cost to replace now would be over 10 grand. So for insurance purposes and in case of theft and that sort of thing. This video as well would also serve as an interesting bit of evidence if the unthinkable were to happen, if they were stolen or something like that, or if there was a fire. But anyways, yeah, and then I thought, oh, well, why not just kind of quickly put together a video just showing, flossing a bit, showing off my cards, but also just more of a reach out to see if there's any old school Legend of the Five Rings players out there. Magic the Gathering, of course, is still alive and well. There's no reach out necessary there. I know tons of people and I'd still play it. But Legend of the Five Rings, and I'm talking old school. So to be clear, what I'm talking about when I played Legend of the Five Rings was from 1995 to about 2000, like late 2002, early 2003. My last memory of playing Legend of the Five Rings was when, I forget the name of the set, but it had a couple of big meta shifting cards in it, like Fall on Your Knees, and there's another one. It's in the book. I have them. But anyways, so what I've decided to do, so I have a bunch. I have 13 or 14 Legend of the Five Ring decks still together. So these are the best cards that I've plucked from those decks. But I have deck lists, and I'm going to put the decks back together and play them. And I'm going to play them in this environment. So hopefully that'll be fun. But anyways, let's get right to it. So I will be talking through the cards and what they mean. So this collection that I have, as the first page will indicate, this is a collection that is not about having one of every card. That's not what I wanted to do with this collection at all. That wasn't the purpose. The purpose of this collection... Sorry, I'm just going to turn the music down a bit there. I have this free music going on in the background there. There we go. So the purpose of this collection is to have it's about the decks, not about having one of each card. It's about playability and about having the decks and having the decks be the way I remembered them back when I played the game from 1995 to 2002, basically. So I'll be talking a lot about the meta as I remember it. And again, this is a big reach out. So if anyone disagrees with what I'm saying, or I would think it more likely has more to add on it, just I've forgotten. It's been a long time, right? It's 2022. So we'll start here, getting right to it. Test of Courage is this is a common, I believe, in Time of the Void, but this in terms of the meta was big card. You pretty much needed to have 3 of these in any aggressive, like aggro deck. Any deck that was built around destroying all of your opponent's provinces, you would want to have 3 of these suckers in the deck. I'm not going to go over all of the rules of Legend of the Five Rings. I'll make another video about that. This video presumes that you have the knowledge from back then. Like I said, it's pretty esoteric. It's a real reach out video. But anyways, for Test of Courages, I have a healthy collection of them. I've got 9 on this page, including 7 very nice Time of the Void ones. The artwork for both is, this is old. Like if you look at Magic cards from 1995 to 2002, the artwork, not stellar either. So this is really more about like kind of a trip down memory lane. So I've got more Test of Courages on the back, so that's 9, 12. So I've got 14 Test of Courages. So I've got lots for my decks. I don't tend to use them in sets of 3 in my decks. I think I use them in sets of 2 just to break it up and make it, because I don't have anyone else to play with. I made the decks to try and make them, I'll do some Italian hand talking here. I tried to make the decks as balanced as I could. And one of the ways I did that was I had 14 Test of Honors, so I split them up into 7 groups of 2, so that 7 decks could have Test of Honors. And, yeah. Fall on Your Knees. So this is a card. I think this is a very valuable card. I only have 4 of them. And this was one of the meta shifting cards. It's kind of like a counterspell, basically, in a game that doesn't have a lot of counterspells. And it stops like Sneak Attack, Rally Cry. It stops a bunch of things. It's an insanely powerful card, and I'm not trying to get more of them. The only reason I use them in decks, I split them up into 2 sets of 2, and I use them in 2 of the weakest clans that need the help. I think I use it in my Naga deck, and I forget where the other one is. It might be Yoritomo's army. I'm not sure. But anyways, onto this page is where it gets more fun. So I've got 4... Path of Wisdoms, which is a really awesome card because it's just it's Squee. I mean, it's literally just Squee from the old days, from Magic. But in the context of this, in the context of Legend of the Five Rings, it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of really wild things you can do with Path of Wisdom. I think they're worth a fair bit. I've got 4 of them, so I'm pretty happy about that. They're Time of the Void. His Most Favored, pretty standard card. Gives you 5 honor for just a limited action, and you put it on one of your dudes. You just want to make sure he doesn't die. So yeah, got 3 of those. They're unique. You can only have 1 in each deck, but it's cool to have 3, so I've got 3 decks that have His Most Favored in it. I've got 2 Agapan Coups, 1 with the old art, 1 with the new art. I wouldn't mind getting some more eggs. They can honestly go in any deck. Like I could literally run them in every single deck. They're not too expensive either. But I've got 2, and to me that was just like, it's good enough. On this page, so one of the things worth mentioning about Legend of the Five Rings back then, and especially now, is that the rarity / commonality of the card doesn't mean that much. It's more about, do you have them, and more importantly, do you have 3? Like, 3's the magic number, right? Because in Magic you can have 4 of one copy of any card, and L5R you can have 3. So Ayajitsu Lesson, for example, common, but you try and find 3 of these now. You go ahead. If you know somewhere that has a bunch of these for sale, for cheap, even if expensive, PM me, because I'm really happy that I have 3 of these. They're hard to get. I got 3 Chi Strikes, Time of the Void rare. For my Monk dueling, I have a Monk. I don't have it together. I've got about probably 30 L5R decks in my head. I've got 14 together right now, and I have like an off-brand kind of meme build Monk dueling deck, and Chi Strike is kind of the centerpiece of that because Chi Strike's amazing. TOV for the Empires. I don't know why. It's very simple art. It's one of my all-time favorite cards, but it's very good because it's a lethal duel between Shadowlands and Non, and there's a bunch of ways you can gimmick that. Palm Strikes, of course, for Monk, because, Monk are all about palm striking. Faith in My Clans. This is another one that was right at the end. I think it was that same set as Fall on Your Knees. It's another counterspell, basically. But to me, it's a very balanced, reasonable card. So, I've got 4 of them, and I think I use them in 2 sets of 2. And I don't think it's insane. Because you have to have what do you have to have? You have to have, cancel an action, Play this card only if a clan champion from your faction is in your army in the current battle. Yeah, so you only cancel a battle action. It's not just like any card. You can't cancel limited actions. And your clan champion from your faction has to be in the battle that you're doing it. So, like, very conditional, right? I use it in my Crane deck that I have I have as many clan champions as I can fit in it, just for fun. 2 Masters Tactics. I don't know if those are worth anything or not. It's just a good card, tactician card. So there's some money on this page. I've got 6 Banish All Shadows. This is the, what would you call this? This is the L5R version of Impulse from Magic. Only stronger. Well, it's limited. It's not an instant, so it's not open like Impulse would be for Magic. But, okay, well, certainly in the context of the game, this is stronger. The game doesn't have a lot of search. Doesn't have a lot of dig. So these are amazing. I'm really happy to have 6 of them because my Phoenix deck and my Monk deck both use them. Flee the Darkness. Again, I don't know if it's worth anything, but I mean, absolutely essential card to have for so many decks back in the day. I've got 3 Geisha Assassins, 2 Old Art, and a New Art foil. I've only got 2 Kolot Masters. I never bothered picking up a third. I probably should. I only have 1 Feign Death. I do want to pick up 2 more of those. 3 Ninja Kidnappers, 1 Old Art, 2 Foil New Art. So, yeah, because I have a Ninja deck, of course. Ninjas are fun. So here's another one where it's like, these are common. Wins Truth, but you go ahead and find a play set of 3 of those. Go ahead. Let me know where you find them cheap, because I wasn't able to. 2 Old Art, Flee the Darkness, because nice. Imperial Taxation, I do need to pick up 2 more of these. They're not easy to find at all. But for holding Destruction Ninja, they're pretty awesome. 3 more Wins Truth, so I've got 6. I'm really happy about that, because again, I use them in Monk and Phoenix, Work Brain. There we go. So got the Old Art, or New Art, Old Art. I've got 3 Burning Your Essences, which I'm really happy about. I could use more. I mean, they go in a bunch of decks, but I mainly use, I think I use all 3 of them in Lion, or maybe 2 of them in Lion, 1 in Dragon. I can't remember. I have 5 Let Your Spirit Guide You, which I'm pretty happy about because that's an amazing card. You can focus it in a dual or tactician usage, and its focus value is equal to the personality's personal honor plus 2. So you focus it on someone with just like personal honor 3, which is pretty common for like Lion tacticianers, and it's a 5. It's a focus. So yeah, and it can get, you focus it on somebody who has a 4 or a 5, and you get pretty obscene numbers. So yeah, I have an original mint arrival of the Emerald Champion. This is a card. Now, I don't think you'd ever honestly want to play more than 1 of them in a deck. I mean, it's kind of just, I don't know. But the new artwork sucks ass, and this artwork is amazing. And it's a very hard card to find. These days, I only see it as part of set buys, where it's like the entire set. So I'm really happy I have 1 of those. I do play it in my Crane deck, because it's pretty appropriate to Crane. Yeah, some money on this, these pages. We got 3 Bountiful Harvests, which increase the gold production of all your gold producing holdings by 1 till the end of the turn. Obvious big steroid. 3 Resist Magics, which is another counter for various abilities. Good card. 3 Lessons from the Past, which is kind of a specific card, really. I'm very happy to have 3 of them because I use them in my Tuturi deck, Tuturi's army, because I have all the Tuturis. I have 6 Test of Honors, 5 foil ones, and 1 Old Art one. I want to get more Old Art ones, even though the art is atrocious. The new one is gorgeous, but I would like to have a set of 3 of the original ones. 3 Overwhelmed, which I do not use. So this card came out right at the end of me playing, and No. I have a play set of 3, but I do not use them in any of my decks. It is way, way too powerful. Way too powerful. I mean, to do what we must is bad enough. This is stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. So I have 3. Whoop-de-doo. I don't play them. I think they're broken. Because I control the decks of my little personal meta, and I play the decks against each other, or let my friends play them. Yeah, I control the meta. Banned. Not allowed. Yeah, there's some money on this page too. So 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 poison weapon, 1 old art, 3 new art. I want 2 more of the old art ones for sure. They're really gorgeous. I've got 5 sneak attacks. I would like a 6th. I need 1 more. I got a foil new art, non-foil new art, 3 old art, which I'm very happy about because those are the ones I remember. Yeah, I do want 2 more of the old art ones of these. 3 cowardices. That's nasty. I never saw 3 of those in one place back in the day. 3 crushing attacks. I don't actually use these right now. I'm hesitant on, like, if there was one card from the old days that really seemed a bit much sometimes, it was this one in conjunction with that one. Sneak Crush was just, I mean, it seemed essential against Crane Honor Run decks or against Phoenix Honor Run decks, or against like fortification decks. You didn't need them, but it definitely helped to have Crushing Attack. But the meta I've constructed, I don't use Crushing Attack. If I used Crushing Attack, I think I would split them between Crab and Shadowlands. Or maybe Crab and Naga, because they both get a lot of force. But personally, not a big fan. I do have 3 of them. They are worth a lot of money. They are really hard to get. But yeah, for now, I don't use them in my decks. 3 contested holdings for Ninja holding destruction. This is some nice dual stuff. I think these are only uncommon or common, but they're pretty tough to get. And I got a play set of 3 strike with no thoughts. I've got play set of 3 feints. I think that's a rare. That's an Imperial one, which is nice. Play set of 3 strike without striking from Time of the Void, which I'm really happy about. It's an awesome card. I've got 3 ambushes, which is nice. 3 forced marches, which is really nice. This card is, I thought it was really under, I don't want to say underplayed. Like people just didn't understand how strong it was. It's so good. 3 to the Last Man's, 1 with old art, 2 with new art. I actually prefer the new art ones. Got some money here. 3 Levy Troops, which are awesome for Yoritomo's Alliance. 3 Superior Strategists. 2 of them are foil. So that's pretty nice. None of them are OG ones. None of them are original, though. I'd like to get an original Superior Strategist, just at least 1 to have the artwork for. They're tough to get. Original Turtles Shell. I think that's from Battle of Biden Pass, because it's really dark on the border. Yeah, it's Battle of Biden Pass. 2 Shady Dealings. I need a 3rd Shady Dealing. You use those with, there's a holding for Yoritomo's Alliance where you can blow honor for gold, and you use them with that. There's some fun stuff you can do with that. So this is a nice page. This page is worth a lot of money. So that's 3 original Focus with an Imperial one in the middle. 2 Tuturi's Tactics. I'd love to get a 3rd, but they're insanely hard to find and incredibly expensive when you do find them. I do have 2, which is great. And then I've got 4 new art Focus, which I actually like better in terms of the art to the old one. The old one's just what I remember, so I like having a playset of 3. I've got a foil one. So I've got like all the different quotes from Focus that I remember, so that's cool. Some dirty politics. Aiajutsu arts. There's another one where it's a common, like Scorpion Clan Coup common. Back in the day was nothing, but Aiajutsu arts so crazy, and good luck finding them. I got 4. Lies, lies, lies. I need a third one. I don't allow breach of etiquette. Breach of etiquette banned. So no big reason to play lies, lies, lies. The only reason I'd want a third one is for that Yoritomo holding. I can't remember what it's called, but same thing. Kind of like like a meme build. I've got 4. Be prepared to dig 2 graves. Pretty classic card from back in the day. I've got 3 tireless assaults, common, but you find 3 of these. You find 3 of these now, and you let me know where you found them, because it's pretty tough to find. It's just a common, but it's so good. It's so good, like it's crazy. It was like meta breaking. I remember when it came out, and that was 2003. But it was, I think it was the set before the one that had the broken stuff. I don't mind tireless assault. I think tireless assault is acceptable. So I do have 3 of them. I don't know if I run it though. I might not run them. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I run them because they are a little strong. But anyways, 2 Shinjo's breaths. I guess I could pick up a third one, but I don't know if I'd run a third one in a deck, to be honest, in my unicorn deck. I think 2's enough. So I'm pretty happy with 2. What do we got here? Oh, we got some fun stuff here. So 3 smoke and mirrors. So smoke and mirrors is, again, that's an uncommon, but you try and find a playset of 3. Amazing dueling card. 3 stand against the waves. I actually have 4. I have 3 new art that are common, and then a 4th common one with the OG art. I'd love to get 2 more OG art ones. Very difficult to get. Meta breaking card that I permit. I've got 4 of them, so I split them into 2 play sets of 2. So not 3, but 2 per deck. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's still, I do allow it, but it's a crazy powerful card. Got 4 of them. I'm showing 3. I've got 3 dark energies for the ninja deck, because ninja needs all the help it can. I've got I've got a bunch of to do what we musts, but I want to get a 3rd original art one because I've only got 2 original art ones. I've got 3 avoid fates, 2 new ones, 1 old one. I don't use them much because I don't allow evil feeds and I don't allow Iris Festival. Yeah. And I'm not playing anything else weird. I don't think any of my decks use them. But I do have a playset of 3 Avoid Fates, which is very nice. I think they're expensive. Treachery and Deceits. I don't know. This card was 2003, right? Yeah, it's the same thing. I think one of my decks uses them just because I find it to be an acceptable card. Like, it doesn't seem broken to me. It's basically send home your clan sword. Send home your clan sword. Doesn't even bow them, so it doesn't seem super strong to me. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the actual personalities section. Here's where it got fun. Toturi's army. I've got 3 Taka ones, the non-unique ones that pump your whole army. I've got 3 Seppan Hoditakas. These are worth a lot of money. Good luck finding them, and if you do find them, you'll have to pay a lot. I've got 3 Darias, for what that matters, all from Battle of Baden Pass. These are not easy to find anymore. They're unique, of course. You can only use 1, but I got a bunch of them. I got 3 Explosive Masters. One of them's Imperial. What's that? Unaligned Mitsu, Grey Crane. Hooded Ronin. This guy's worth a lot. I got a nice minty one, too. Asame. Experienced Daria. Experienced Takawan. I've got 3 Toturi, the firsts. And then I've got Toturi... what's that? Inexperienced... No, so that's 3. I've got 4 or 5 of these actually. Inexperienced, experienced, experienced 2, experienced 3, experienced 4. as a spirit. So that is Totori, who's awesome. This one is mint, perfectly centered, and worth a lot of money. I'm very happy about owning that. That is probably worth more than the Hooded Ronin. I don't know. They're both tough to find. I'm happy with that. This is, what do we got here? 3 Hentai the 38s, his bodyguards, some Kolat servants, including an Imperial one. Mikio, which really should be on the previous page. He's Totori's personal bodyguard. A Shotai, just because, why not? We're getting to Dragon, which was always my favorite. Got 3 of this guy, the Weapon Master from TOV. I've got, of course, Togashi Okuni. What's that? That's inexperienced, experienced 2. The Mandragon himself. The only one of these worth playing, really, is this guy, who's very good, actually. This is the one I play in my Dragon deck, and he's awesome. 3 Kobais. I don't use them because I don't have a tattooed deck together at the moment. I have all the stuff that I need for a tattooed deck, but I never liked tattooed. But good luck finding 3 of those guys. I have a playset of 3. Pretty happy about that. Yeah, I just like all the unique Dragon guys. 2 Hoshis with both art. Takashi Hoshi, who's amazing. This guy, he was always Gaijutsu, the tattoo artist, who was always difficult to find back in the day. Still difficult to find now. Hitomi Reichu X, Uso. And then on the side, I've got 3, of course, Kyozus, the guy who can 4/4, and then when he comes out, you can give him +1 force, +1 chi. I've got Hitomi Experienced and Hitomi Experienced 2. Both are art. Obviously, this is the older and better art. I've got 2 or 3 of those. Oh, Jesus. This guy, I've got 3 Kagis. He was difficult to get back in the day. Now he is very difficult to get a playset of 3 of. And you'll have to pay a lot. I got 3 of him. Pretty happy about that. 4 Justicators. They're still worth something, I think. They're pretty good. And then, yeah, the monkey guys, Choichi and Oishi, or what's her name again? Oh, Isai, right. Elemental Dragon page, so air, water, earth, thunder, void, and fire. 2 thunders, they're worth the most. And then void. I just love the dragons. I don't have a deck together for them right now, but there's a couple of Phoenix decks that can play the elemental dragons successfully, like play them to a pretty high degree of efficiency. You can actually make them competitive. So this is my crab page. So we got Bully. I'm missing her X2. Her X2 version should be sitting there. Very difficult to find. I'm still working on that. I will be able to get it. I still want to pay too much. Saw it for like $50, and I was like, that's insane. It's Yasamura. He's awesome. Good luck. Good luck getting one of those. Yeah. That's Hida Sakune X2. Yeah. He's awesome and he's the Shadow Samurai. He's both Crab and Totori's army. Very difficult to get. I never saw one of those back in the old days, to be honest, so I'm pretty happy about having one now. And Kasada, of course, the Great Bear. Saneo Genzo and Hito Moro X, the Berserker. TOV, not really worth anything, but Hida Yax, inexperienced, including an Imperial one, which is nice. It's a good card to play as well, because basically you have that in a battle, and if your opponent has a clan sword in the battle, you just bow him and there goes his clan sword. So yeah, it's basically like, don't bring your clan sword into a battle with Hida Yakumo or you'll break it. Hida Yakumo so Hida Yakumo Oni Experienced, Hideyak Naga Champion. I actually have 2 of those. Hideyak X2, and that's X3, so that's X2. I have a bunch of these, actually. I just put the TOV one there because it's nice. 3 Hideyak Onis, so you can, of course, use they're non-unique, so you can use all 3 of those. Those are worth a bit. I wouldn't mind getting an Imperial one. I've got, I think, Obsidian, and Battle of Baden Pass. So we got some Lion stuff here. Just a bunch of she's unique, but I've got a bunch of her for whatever reason. Obsidian Suko, 2 Sonoris. I actually need a 3rd Sonori for whatever reason. 3 Ijesus. Ujiaki is a very nice one. I'm very happy that I got him pretty much most recently. This is a really nice lineup. Sonari X, Imperial Matsu Suko. Pretty happy about that. And then, of course, Akoto Toturi, one of the best cards out of Scorpion Clan Ku. 2 Kitsumotos and Matsu Suko Inexperienced from Scorpion Clan Ku. Go into the Phoenix now. I've got buttloads of Shiba Sukune X2 for whatever reason. Shiba Sukune X. A couple of Nakakuros. I need to get one of him with the... Actually, that might be the original artwork. I don't even remember. Sawa Tadaka, Thunder, X2. Experienced Suke, Kade. Yeah. This is a valuable little line here. So, very interesting that Shiba Ujimitsu is the Phoenix Clan champion with double chi, and he is non-unique. So, having a playset of 3 of him, I never saw that done back in the day, to be honest. So, I'm really stoked that I have 3. One of them's Imperial, too, which is pretty badass, I think. Imperial Suke, or Suko, I should say. The Master of Fire, who's like broken as hell. It's not worth that much. X2 Master of Air, Experienced Master of Water. They're both Shadowlands. It's when the Phoenix got a bit corrupt. Bunch of Shiba Tetsu X, Ujinas. I got Isawa Isugi. I just put 1 here because I think they're still worth like a couple of bucks each. I've got a dozen, at least a dozen of her. For whatever reason, I have a bunch of Agasha Ganai X experienced, and it like you could honestly run this guy in every single deck just to have a way of siphoning cards because it's so rare in the game. Norikazu X. I forget what that guy does. I think he was just in there to fill a space, to be honest. Into the Crane. So I've got 4 Crane Clan Poets. Kakita Shijin, easily one of the most broken cards in the game. A card I try and actually not play in my Crane deck just because it's so insane in what you can do with it. I love Doji Akiko X, some of the best artwork I've ever seen. Kurahito, it's not worth that much, it's just a good card. This is my tribute page to Doji Kwanin, the Crane Clan stud, and Giga Chad, the Crane Clan guy who liked to fight. So I've got 2 X2s. I've got 5 X3s. They're all worth money too, but whatever. Yeah, a bunch of the uniques, Uji, Tomi, foil Daidoji Rikai X2, which is really nice. This page is where I start to drool. So we've got Kaiten, Tashimoko X, Emerald Champion, who just looks gorgeous. Doji Reiju in the Crane border, Doji Reiju X2. So I need to get one of these in the Dragon border. But they're expensive. It's like $50 easily, so that's on a bit of a wait list. I've got 1, and you can play him in the Dragon deck if you want to. You're allowed. It says Dragon on him, so you don't have to have the border, but I just want it just to have one of each. I've got a pair of Doji Satsumes. I was ahead of the curve on this guy back in the day because he was Scorpion Clan Ku, and because he had an honor requirement of 15. He was considered very cumbersome and unwieldy by a lot of players, a lot of Crane players, but I thought he was amazing. I loved him, and I played him, and I converted some people. I have 2 of them. He's worth a fair bit, too. It's like $10, $15, something like that. I've got this guy who is just amazing. Doji Hotori, X2, the Crane Clan Thunder, and Crane Clan Champion. This card's worth a lot, probably almost as much as Toturi X2, mint condition, and he's amazing. He's one of the best Crane ever made. I only remember Neil, who owned the card store, owning and having the privilege of playing that guy, the Crane Clan Chad. More Kwanins and Hachiaks. We got some Naga, so Naga Abominations. I got two. They're unique. You can only play one. Got two of this guy, who's pretty cool. He's like a living rally cry. Dashmar, lots of Shahadets. Got Komar, of course. More Dashmars, more Shahadets. 3 Sishes, which is nice. The instructor to pump your. Oh god, it gets keeping track of your force in Naga becomes insanity. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, more Dashmar, Kumar, blah 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 blah. What do we got here? Oh yeah, this is Ninja. Oh sorry, no, this is Scorpion. Scorpion, I'm missing a bunch of like big expensive collector cards. Like I don't have Bayushi Kachiko X, but there's so much money and their playability isn't actually that high. I mean they're good, but they're not amazing. Foil Panique, Amoro, Shoju honestly is the best guy. Shoju's crazy. Shoju wins games. Tajeki's really good. I've got 3 Asamis, the Scorpion Clan Deceiver. I really like Yujiro, always have. I've got 4 or 5 of these Nishikos, which are Scorpion and also Ninja, and they're really crazy. Aramoso X2, I've got 3. Bayushi Kachiko X3, I have her. And she is actually, I would consider to be the most useful of the Bayushi Kachikos. Her ability is crazy. Got 2 Akis. I've got 3 foil Kokatsus. So for Ninja, yeah, 2 Daryus, 4 Adarais, some False Oturis, a Mystic, and then Shadowlands, like my Kuniori dedication page, and then with Kyoshi no Oni X and X2. Into the Shadowlands some more. I've got 2 foil Necromancers. I've got a bunch of Motosumes, or sorry, not foil, Imperial Necromancers. I have a bunch of Motosumes, but I only have 1 Imperial Motosume. I'd love to get 2 more. Oni no Subarus, 3 Kyojins for Shadowlands Dueling. Yeah, that's a playset of 3 Ogre Outlaws, and they're pretty much mint. Good luck ever finding a playset of 3 Ogre Outlaws. It was difficult to find them back in the day. Nowadays, I got very lucky. You have to look hard to find them. I've got like 4 or 5 shooting dojis. Kyofu's awesome. Oni no Akuma X, the monstrous war machine of Fu Lang, if you ever wanted to try and play that thing. Kusada Iru, who's really good. You pop my province, I pop yours. I've got a million Oni no Agulus, but those are some nice TOV ones. Oni no Akuma, of course, who blows up your own province when he comes out. Some more Akumas. So this is my unicorn page. Screw-unicorn, as we used to call them, because they're so overpowered. Moto Gaharis single-handedly wins games. Otaku Komoko single-handedly wins games. Ayuchi Caruso can single-handedly win games. I mean, Unicorn's disgusting. Yoritomo's Alliance page. Yoritomo X, of course, the man. Yoritomo X2, very, very good. I have a playset of Yoritomo Komodos. Good luck finding those. I've got an Aramasu, who's very difficult to find. I was really happy to get that guy. I've got some monk stuff. There's nothing too crazy here. Some Yoshis, Swana X2, Taco X, whatever, or Taco X and Taco X2, I should say. Hoshi in his monk form. On this page, got some money, obviously. We got the 6 Imperial Clan Swords. Broken Sword and Ancestral Sword of the Scorpion, and Ancient Spear of the Naga. So yeah, it's a pretty pricey page there. Got all the clan swords, including an Imperial crab one. I also have a Baden Pass crab one, but who doesn't? Yeah, Dragon Pearl, Obsidian Hand, a couple of Yak's Claws, including a foil one, Porcelain Mask X, 2 Swords of the Sun, Ancestral Sword of the Hentai, buttload of Celestial Swords. The only Celestial Sword I'm missing, I think, is the Mantis one. I need to get that. Ancestral Weapons of the Mantis, 12th Black Scroll, which is bloody hard to find. I'm really happy to have a nice minty one of those. Chituri's Fan. Yeah, these are all like the, Asawa Naginata, blah, blah, blah. These are all the ones that came after. Gohai's Daisho is the best one. What else we got here? Got 2 Honorables, got a Bitter, got a Blade of Secrets. I have another one kicking around. I know I do. Tagashi's Daisho. Got the Jade Hand. Got 4 Knight Medallions, including... You can only use one. I don't know why I have so many of them. I got 4, including an Imperial one. Guns in the Water, Mempo of the Void, because they're useful. Bunch of armors, so Lion Clan armor, Unicorn, Crab, a couple dragons, Yoritomo, Shoju's for Scorpion, Phoenix, Crane. They're all really, really good. The armors are all, especially the lion armor, is crazy good. Pardon me, I just gotta take a sip. This is only going to be an hour, so I swear. 3 Armor of Earths, because it's unique, but the ability to just have a unit that cannot be sent away from the battle is so powerful. I'd use 1 in almost every aggressive deck if I could. Armor of the Shadow Warrior, cool. Emerald Armor, Armor of Shadows, 3 Robes of Shinsai for the monks. Standards for Scorpion, Toturi's Army, Phoenix, Naga, Mantis, the Imperial Standard Foil. I want to get an original one, though. Golden Obi of the Sun Goddess. I don't want an original one because I prefer the artwork on this one so much better. A couple Mantle of the Jade Champions. 3 Flying Carpets. They're unique, but I really like them, and they can go in a lot of decks. A couple of Kitsuki Kage Journals, which make your guy basically untargetable. 3 Obi of Protections, which I think I use in my Lion deck, just because I don't like to be challenged. I'm not going to go through the various ancestors. These are kind of crappy ancestors. These are the better ancestors. Lots of Time of the Void, Doji no or Shiryu no Hattori. Main ones to really look at are Shiryu no Shuju or Shoju no Rahara. This one, Shiryu no Shinju or Shinjo, the unicorn one. If you have that on Moto Gaheris, just scoop. The other guy's just gonna scoop. Into some spells. I got some nice spells here. I got Secrets on the Wind, make people dishonorable. Prepare to get fisted. Got 3 Fists of Asana Woe. I do want a 3rd OG art one because the OG art one's so much better. It's just a giant fist. 3 Force of Wills. I've got new art ones as well, but I like these ones better and they're harder to get. I've got 6 Walking the Ways, the Demonic Tutor that you can play 3 of. It's only an uncommon, got reprinted a lot, but still very hard to get. A play set of 3 Torrential Rains. Go ahead and be jealous now. Those are hard to find. And they always were, and you wanted 3, and I do have 3 for my Phoenix deck. 5 Touch of Deaths. I'd like to get a 6th one, and all the artwork for them stinks, so I'll probably just get a 3rd new artwork one just to have 3 of each. I need a 3rd Summon Undead Champion. I thought I had 3. I was wrong. I could use a 3rd Heart of the Inferno. They're fun. These are the various house guards. So, Matsu, 12 Ronin, Shinjo, Shahadet's Legion, stuff like that. 3 Mantis House Guard, because of course they are not unique. 5 Personal Champions, because Personal Champions are awesome. Legion of 2000, 3 Mantis Shugenja, 3 Decoys. I think I actually have 4 Decoys, because Decoy is awesome. 3 Berserkers from Time of the Void. Samurai Warriors, Samurai Cavalry, Asahina Archers for Crane Military, which I like to run, Crab Cavalry, and Imperial Samurai Warriors. Ninja Stalkers, of course. 2 Kenshinzens. I need a 3rd. One of them's foil. Very powerful card. 3 Spirit Guides. I've got more, but I just put 3 in there. They're pretty easy to get. Suno House Guard. Nothing too much here. A couple Empress's Guards. Another Decoy. There's my other Decoy. Doji House Guard. 3 Prophet's Towers. I don't know why I have 3 of them, but I do. They're unique. The Bronze Dong of the Hentai, as we used to call it. 3 poorly placed gardens. I don't think those are very difficult to get anymore. Some money on this page. So we got the charters. So I believe I have all the charters. There might be one I'm missing. Something tells me that I'm missing one. But anyways, I've got 3 dragon charters. Yeah, Crab Naga, Toturi's Army, Monk, Shadowlands, Monk, Unicorn, Crane, Phoenix, Scorpion, Shadowlands again. Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely missing at least one. But I've got a bunch of doubles, so it'd be nice to find someone to trade with. Corrupt Gold Mine. Playset of Corrupt Gold Mines from TOV. Playset of Corrupt Stables from TOV. The other corrupt stuff are way easier to find and cheap. Those ones are more difficult. 3 House of Contracts. I actually have 4. I have a trade one. 3 School of the Wizardries. I actually have 4 Ninja Strongholds, which is nice. They're worth like $10, something like that. 3 Monasteries for my Fat Monk deck when I want to play Big Monks. Empty Crevasses. I think I actually got 10 of these things. I got a lot of these. They're worth a lot, just because they're hard to find. Yeah, there's my other Ninja Stronghold. What have I got? I've got 8 Merchant Caravans. So Merchant Caravans was one that I considered just banning, but I realized, no, the thing to do is take a book take a page out of Magic Playbook and restrict it. So in my meta, you can only have 1 Merchant Caravan per deck, which I think is the way it should have been from the start. Merchant Caravans, yeah, no, I don't even want to get into it. Old school players will either agree with me or disagree with me on this, but quite frankly, the idea of getting enough of these now to have 3 in every deck, like even having 8 feels like an accomplishment. They're not easy to come by, and they usually run anywhere from like $5 to $10 each when you find them. So ridiculous. To me, they make. I do want to get 1 more just to have a page of 9. To me, it makes way more sense to have them as a restricted card. You have 1 of in each deck. And my most powerful decks, I just don't put a Merchant Caravan in because they don't need it. You know, like my Unicorn deck doesn't need a Merchant Caravan. It's strong enough as it is. Fulang Skulls, some Forgotten Tombs, including Imperial one, Heat of War College, a couple Honors Lessons Dojos. A very nice mint condition copy of the Imperial Favor. That's worth a lot. Those are difficult to find, and mine's mint. They're tough to find in good condition. Kodo's Leadership, Kakita Kenjutsu School, Emperor's Underhand, Intelligence Agent. They're all worth a bit. I've got 3 Shrine to Fuku whatevers. I've got 5 Shrine to Abisu's. They go in lots of decks, get those. Kodo Shrine, Shinsei Shrine, but a new one, not an old one. Again, a card I'm not interested in bringing into my meta. Very expensive, very difficult to get, and only the cheesiest honor run ran Shinsei's Shrine. So I'm not interested in going any further down that road. I just have 1 to represent. And again, a card where it's like, if it was allowed, I think you should only be allowed to use 1. So I've got 1. It's, reprint, but whatever. Sunken City, Sleeping Lake. I got some money. There's a bit on here. Kuni Wastelands, Firebird Falls, Plains of Otosanuchi, although I want an old art one. 4 Clan Heartlands. 2 Battles at Osawa Palace, which was the tutor for a spell. There's a lot of money here. 3 Inheritances. These are, they're worth a lot. Only 2 Imperial Gifts. 1 old art, 1 new art. I'd like to get a couple more of those. They're difficult to find and expensive. Winter Warfare. 1 Hidden Emperor. 2 Bloom of the White Orchids, including an Imperial one. I'm not going to go for any more Inheritances, to be honest. 3 is sufficient, and I give these to my decks. My weakest decks get the Inheritances just to try and give them a helping hand. Because an Inheritance on your start can make for some pretty crazy stuff. Soul of Thunder, Imperial Ambassadorship, 2 Doom of the Dark Lords, the original promo one, and then the reprint one. Price of War for the Ninja deck. Far from the Empire, Test of the Emerald Champion. stuff like that, and just some kind of random ones after that. Another turtle shell along the. I need a third along the coast at midnight. Oh yeah, and then I had a third Yakue. And I'll just quickly go through my other one here of, so these are more kind of like dollar player commons. Well, not commons, but just more about this is about values. So these are just less valuable, but yeah, Ninja Genin, lots of Mantis Bushis, Shadow Assassins, Mantis Samurais, Moto Steeds were a big one. Shield Walls, Monkey Magistrates, playset of Monkey Magistrates, playset Minor Shugenja, playset of Moto Chargers, Hoturi's Blades, Battle Maidens. I wouldn't mind getting more Armored Steeds. Those are really good. Wouldn't mind getting more Ambush Strategists. I need more Peasant Levies. I wouldn't mind another Old Debts. Playset Ashigar Spearman. The new art Force of Wills, more secrets, Sympathetic Energies, Poison Dart Guns, Obsidian Mirrors for hand destruction with that crab guy, Star Alarmons, Imperial ones for double chi, Imperial Armor of Sun Taos for use with Deadly Ground, some foil stuff, Mantis Fleet, Suno Blades, Grandfather's Jaws, playsets of Magic Mud, Colette Assassin, Frenzy, 6 Final Breaths, because I love that card, playset of Dying Effort, playset Lycuric Guide Me, Eye to the Grandmaster, Facing Your Devils, Soul Sacrifice, for the Empire, new art, Bend Like a Twit, as we used to call it, Breach of Etiquettes, which are banned in my thing, but they are there. I do have them. Hidden from the Empires, Confusion at Courts. Take the initiatives for the Shadowlands if I want to put them in. Try and get that going first. Keen Eyes, come one at a times. Various techniques. Foil Today We Dies. Emperor's Protections. Kolot Infiltrators. I need a third one. Including a Imperial one, Offer of Fealties. Wouldn't mind a third one of those. Strange Politics, Dirty Politics, Way of Deceptions, stuff like that. So, into the personalities, so lots of nice dragon stuff. 3 Imperial Tagashi Mitsus, very nice. I like those. Tadakas, Shiba Tetsus, Oni no Tadakas, the Phoenix Clan Captive Onis. Imperial Toju, I'd like to get 2 more of those. Kage, Matsumori's. The ninja stuff, ninja shapeshifters, Hirorikos, Yakawans. Crab stuff. Crane stuff. Nice foil Kurohito. Some monk crap. This is all... Oh yeah, 3 Ashans for the Naga. 3 Hoijins for the Scorpion Clan to just cancel actions, which I hear is pretty good. 3 Denkyus, 3 Makashes, 3 Sukes for pumping your followers. 2 Daikawas, but I'm sure I have a third somewhere. I think I would only ever run 2 Daikawas in a deck anyways, to be honest. I could use 2 more Suryakis, or Suryukis. I only have 2 of those. Silences, some Giris. I've got actually the Wily Trader guy is worth a Koku. I have 3 of those in Imperial somewhere. 3 of this guy who actually got reprinted as a Yoritomo's Alliance. I think I have one too. I need to get an Asuno who's not damaged. Baby Kirin. I've got 5 or 6 Seppen Kasoris. I need to get a third Yeyu because I only have 2 of it's the one that the Shugenja for Toturi's army that pumps Toturi's army. Got 6 Doji Plains, 3 Shadowlands Marshes, 3 Islands Silk. I need a third campsite. I only have 2. Foil Shimade Pass, Ataka Metals. These are German. I forgot what the the original one. I have like 6 or 7 original ones, but they're in my decks because I haven't taken the decks apart. Is it Doji Caravan? I think it's Doji Caravans. Yeah, those are my German backup ones. I don't like foreign language cards, but it was one that I didn't have enough of at the time. Now I do. I've got like 10 gifts and favors. Izaku Libraries, Ningyos, Diamond Mines, Quarries, Kirin Shrines, Fortress of the Dragonflies. I need 2 more hidden fortresses. I only have 1. Oracles, Imperial Test of Stone, Unexpected Alliance, Unexpected Allies, and Hurricane, all in Imperial. And I have a spare enlistment. I have a couple of these. I have a couple of regions of Rokugan. I've got a couple extra Chrysanthemum Festivals. Test the Emerald Champion, Slaughter the Imperial Court, Foil Shinju Slings. Yada yada. A couple climbing gear. It should be in the other binder, actually. I just found these, and I think these are worth like $4 or $5 each. They're tough to get. I wouldn't mind getting some more Lesser Oni. I only have 6. Yeah, and there's my Imperial 1 Koku Wily Trader, 3 Kunioris. So anyways, yeah, that's my that's a brief overview of my the kind of the cream of the crop of my Legend of the Five Rings collection. And really, it's a collection that's based on play sets. It's based on making decks. So when it's condensed into binders, it's not, I don't have one of each card in each set. But what I have is I have play sets of cards that, were you to make decks from back in that day, you would want to have. And look no further than where we started. Then, if you wanted to play the way that the game I remember it was being played between 1995 and 2002, you'd want to have a lot of these. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you're still with me, it's been almost an hour. My throat is parched. But yeah, it's also good for me to have this on video just for purposes of insurance. But really, this is about, if anyone's out there still playing or just still like nerding out, still remembers the days and the meta and how the game was, reach out. My next project is going to be, now I'm going to document all this stuff like I've been doing here, and then I'm going to actually take the binders, and I'm going to put the decks back together, and I'm going to play the decks against each other using my hands and with the hands face up so that everyone can see, and I'm just going to do my best approximation of what the game would look like between 2 players to show the mechanics of the game. Because particularly, I think, to Magic players, the mechanics of the game will be similar and yet different, and really awesome. I'm a big fan of old school L5R. I have nothing against the newer versions of Legend of the Five Rings. I just stopped playing in early 2003, so I know nothing about it beyond that. And now that I am where I am in my life, I'm interested in re-experiencing those memories of when I was like 20. And when I was 20, I couldn't have afforded, this is like a collection, like all those clan swords, oh my god. This is a collection that I wouldn't have dreamed of having when I was 20 and poor. I got expelled from 2 high schools. I was working as a waiter and living on my own. And yeah, it was pretty rough. And I did the best I could with what I had. And now I'm doing a little bit better. And it's just like, to have these cards, I've got a pretty good memory. So my 20-year-old self is pretty happy with it all. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and more on the way.